Drake, he put out a poetry book.
I'm not buying this book. It sucks.
Read it.
Every page has one line. One of the things is, my talents include a pen. Your talents include a bed. We're both skilled, nonetheless.
Oh my God. He made a book of Instagram captions and sold it.
Here's another one. You love to get pretty for people who don't know the truth about you.
Is that it?
That's it.
Your boy, Jersey Drake.
Drizzy.
He's back.
Back and on tour. Rumors of the album coming out that never did come out.
Has not. It's all a Blur tour with 21 Savage. Started up, I think, a week ago. Already making headlines. No pun intended, man. Someone already threw their fucking phone at him, man. He played it off smooth, he kept performing. But what the fuck's going on, bro? Like, we saw someone throw Cuddy a water bottle at Cuddy last year. We saw someone throw a camera at Steve Lacy, and he smashed that shit on stage. And people were critical of him, but I love when Steve
like
Lacy,
that energy. I like that energy a lot.
Yeah, me too. I wish more artists did some shit like that because they're getting out of hand, man. I think another artist, this woman, I forget her name, damn. She got hit in the face with a phone a few weeks ago, and she was really fucked up, had to be hospitalized.
Oh, you talking about Uzi with his girl?
Nah.
Twice?
For real. That did happen too, man. The phone's a weapon. These things are fucking big as shit. Like
they're not like light. They're a couple pounds, and well, maybe not a couple, but it's weighty and it's got edges.
Yeah. But Drake, he dodged that bullet. He kept it smooth. And yeah, man, he put out a poetry book. Are you gonna buy the book, bro?
No, I'm not buying this book. It sucks.
How do you know it sucks if you haven't read it?
Every page has one line, and it's supposed to be a poetry book. It's not good at all. One of the things is, my talents include a pen. Your talents include a bed. We're both skilled, nonetheless.
Oh my God.
Like, what are we doing?
He made a book of Instagram captions and sold it. Are people buying this shit? Like, what the fuck?
Yes, people are buying it.
Oh my God.
Here's another one. You love to get pretty for people who don't know the truth about you.
Is that it?
That's it. That's what 2 pages said.
Oh my God. That's crazy. That's some scam shit.
Exactly. Like, I wish I would buy this bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah, but I will say I will be going to see Drake next week.
Ooh. You excited?
Yeah, I'm really excited. It looks like a great tour. He has a new stage design. I saw I saw sperm floating around the stage.
I did see that.
I don't know what's real and what's not. But yeah, people thought that there was a hologram of Drake on the couch, like a younger Drake, but it turns out it was like another person. Like, what happened with that?
Listen, here's the video right here. It seems there was some confusion by a lot of
people. Almost get a Grammy off that thing, and your boy, man, that boy, you get an operation you dreamed of, and I finally say get it wrong, you get to make good on my promise. Almost get a Grammy off that thing.
He walks up, and I guess all the lights came on, and people thought that an actual hologram was handing him a book. They thought technology had gotten to that point already.
They thought a hologram was handing
apparently
him a book.
They didn't know that there might be some people in the world that are actors and maybe look like Drake did back in his Degrassi days. Like, they didn't think that was a possibility.
They cloned Drake. They cloned him years ago when they did that Sprite commercial. That's what happened.
Exactly. So listen, man, people are crazy.
Nobody knows what's real anymore. Oh my God, we're all fucked. But he also utilized his new stage, when he was performing headlines, to put a bunch of headlines, scrolling across, and one of them took a shot at our boy Childish Gambino.
Yeah, Childish came out and said that This Is America. Originally, it was supposed to start off as a Drake diss, and then shit turned out like it was pretty catchy, so he just turned it into a regular song, Dissing America. And and Drake, he decided to let us all know that the critically acclaimed song was very much so overrated. And fuck Bino.
He said overrated and over awarded.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know over awarded was even a word. But hey, Drizzy, he made it up. What you think about that, man? Like, you think Gambino will ever like respond? Because I feel like Gambino, you know, he took shots at Drake years ago. At a festival in Australia, he was saying, "I'm better than Kendrick. I'm better than Drake. I'm better than Schoolboy Q." This is almost 10 years ago.
I mean,
and then Drake responded. You know, he said, "You so childish, calling my name on a world stage." Then he took a shot at Tiger and said, "You need to act your age and not your girl's age."
Spicy.
You know, Atlanta had the Drake episode where at the end of it they said Drake was Mexican. So they've had subtle things go back and forth. Yo, Troy, what you think? You think Gambino's gonna respond to Drake?
He might respond in like some creative throwaway shot in like some future show. I don't think he'll ever go at him directly.
Yeah,
but it would be interesting to see for sure.
I think that would be a really entertaining beef. Because they're both multifaceted in terms of their ability to act, to write, create, not just music, but also, you know, short videos and things like that. It could get really fun, especially if they work together on it. But
I don't think they're working together.
Yeah, I don't think so either, unfortunately.
Yo, Drake is so petty, yo. He's gonna do. He's such a Scorpio, bro. Like, he'll remember anything and just fucking years later he will fucking take his shot at you. Like, he's so calculated and petty as fuck. You know, he also did a speech. You know, he was like, "Oh, thank you." He's hilarious.
He always has a speech. He always has one tucked.
He said, "You know, I'm so thankful to see all the fans here. You know, I'm so thankful to tour. You know, I look at you guys now and I'm like so ready to release another album." He was like, "I'm not gonna be like these guys who wait 4 or 5 years to release music. Like, I'm gonna keep feeding you guys. You deserve it." Clearly, you know, we saw Drake at Kendrick's concert last year, the highest grossing hip hop concert of all time. We saw him, you know, rapping along to Kendrick, just there watching him, scoping him out. You know, Baby Keem and Kendrick have been taking subtle shots at Drake, and I feel like this was a direct shot at Kendrick. You know, it took like 5 years to drop his last album, which was really dope. But Drake, I feel like he's ready to overtake that record. He's doing 4 shows at Barclays Center. He's doing 3 at MSG. He's trying to rack it up. Sounds like
he's going to get his money. That is for sure. I mean, he never stops working. Either he's on tour. I mean, I think the longest little gap that we had was when he was working on his dance album.
No.
We all thought he was partying, or was that after the dance album?
It was the Loverboy album we were waiting for. That was because of COVID and other things, remember? And then once that dropped, then he dropped like he hasn't stopped.
Yeah, so he's been working.
But do you think we'll ever get a Drake Kendrick beef? Because, you know, they've been taking shots at each other for years, probably a decade, ever since, you know, 2013 and that Control verse. You know, Drake took that very personally. They've been taking jabs at each other, arguably the 2 top people in the last generation. They obviously don't get along. It's not like Drake and J. Cole. Like, Cole is the one who gets along with both of them, but they don't really fuck with each other like that. You know, Kendrick said, you know, Kanye made up with Drake, but he's a old school Gemini. He said that, what was that, 2 years ago? So, you know, they've been, you know, targeting each other.
There's no way though that they have a real call out names, very directly drop bars. Like, they're not going to do that. They're both at a level where it just doesn't make sense for what.
Yeah, but
it's not going to prove anything.
So you think it's more likely that Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg fight than Kendrick and Drake get into a rap beef? You sounded like you feel like that could actually happen, but this is like, you're like, no, it makes no sense.
Maybe. I mean, it would be a first to see people that rich fight.
I don't know.
It wouldn't be the first time that we saw very popular rap stars fight, beef. It wouldn't be the
for
first.
sure.
So I think maybe we'll see something new.
Yeah, I don't know. Troy, you think that Kendrick ends up responding to this, or you think they'll just be subtle for the rest of our lives?
I think it'll probably be subtle for the rest of our lives. Unfortunately, I would love to see it, but I doubt it'll happen.
Yeah. We all know, with Kendrick Lamar and Drake, I feel like they kind of are solidified. They have a lot to lose. And I feel like we've seen Drake more so in some beef. Kendrick not so much, kind of more subtle stuff, like with the Big Sean stuff. And he's always taking his shots, but no one really has gone after him in that way. Drake, he faced Meek Mill, he faced Joe Budden, Diddy. Like he's gone back and forth with Tiger, Gambino. A lot more people, but the most famous one was Pusha T. Subscribe on YouTube, subscribe on Spotify, follow on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok,
all the apps. We're everywhere. We are everywhere.